Welcome guys to my Man of Steel review. The long wait is over, and I'm still speechless. I saw the movie last night, 10 p.m. Early screening Thursday. The movie is officially out today, June 14th. And let me tell you that I don't even know where to start. I don't know idea where to start. I'm gonna bang this in 15 minutes. I'm gonna try not to do two parts. So here we go. Basic layout of this movie is a very simple story to follow. The Kryptonians are coming to Earth to take over it, to seize Earth, and build new Krypton in it. All right. In order to build the new Krypton, it needs a foundation, and the foundation is Earth. So what they're going to do pretty much is destroy everything on Earth and build Krypton on top of it. That includes all of us human beings living on Earth. We have seen the origin, so many origin stories about Superman, including the Christopher Reeve movies, comic books, etc., right? Even all the animated movies, everything, okay? The animated series, all the animated movies that have been done. We all know Superman comes from Krypton. He's an alien. He traveled to Earth, and he's here on Earth. He's raised on Earth, and he has incredible powers because of his different molecular structure. And I mean, the yellow sun gives him those extraordinary powers that he's got. Okay, so we know this. We all know this. This movie does something that is never seen before in movies. When you talk about Superman, his powers, right? I've never seen this before, to truly see what would happen when Kryptonians are on this planet. And when two Kryptonians engage in battle, what would happen? It is incredible what Zack Snyder has done with this movie. People already talking. I hate, first of all, I hate Rotten Tomatoes. I never see anything in that because I guess, you know, people, these critics that have been reviewing the movie are not ready for this level, this new generation of movie making. I don't think they're not. I don't know, because maybe they were expecting the movie, you know, was Nolan was involved in it, and they were expecting something like in the levels of the Dark Knight trilogy. Okay, Batman is. It was easier to relay and to ground that character, right? And they're saying that the movie's not. It wants to take itself serious, but it's not. You can ground Batman the way Nolan did it. Okay, it worked perfect. I love it. I mean, the Dark Knight trilogy for me right now still the best superhero movies done. But you know, based on Batman, he has no powers, right? He's a man trying to make a difference. When you get to talk about Superman, all right, it is hard to ground that character. And I mean, I think this is the best way it could have been done. I mean, you can't try to tell me and try to make me believe this guy. I mean, it'll never happen. Okay, you can't ground this character. Superman flies. He has incredible powers. He can lift up trains. He can lift up a building. You know. So the way this was done was perfect. And it shows me, and I wanted to see what these guys can really do when they come to our Earth, in our daily suburban setting, like in a town in the States, or what would happen if Superman comes and fights, you know, down the road, down my street near the convenience store. That's exactly what I saw last night, and that's exactly what I wanted to see every time. We talked about Superman. It could not have been done. I mean, it was done back then when the Christopher Reeve era, and it worked well. It was nice, but you know, Superman Returns, he didn't have a villain of this magnitude to show the true power of Superman. I think with what Zack Snyder did, and this was a visually impressive show of power of what these guys can really do. Superman, played by Henry Cavill, he's fantastic. He is our new Superman for this generation, and I can't wait to see him more. People were complaining that, oh, he kind of lost his humanity with Clark was, and all. Like, I think it's fantastic. You know what? Humanity, I don't know what more humane he was, that he was he grew up here, he was raised here, he had to deal with bullies at school, deal with choices, daily choices, having to restrain himself from beating people up with these powers. You know, he took an oath to protect us and not be the bully. It was reminded all the time in this movie. I mean, this movie could have been 4 hours long to explain all this, but they had 2 hours, and I think they did wonderfully. I loved how they went through the flashbacks and reminded us how human he is. He's a human. You know, he was raised here. He's human. I mean, yeah, he has Kryptonian and all these powers, but his fundamentals are here on Earth. His parents, Jonathan Kent and Martha Kent, played by Kevin Costner, and I mean, yes, people are complaining, oh, there was not enough character development. I mean, you needed this movie to be 4 hours long. But they touched enough on how wonderful his relationship with his parents. And his parents, like, Kevin Costner was amazing in the movie. Top-notch acting. You know, you couldn't win him, did a whole entire movie just in him growing up on Earth. But no, we already seen this before. I mean, yes, I would have liked to see more of that, but you know what? They wanted to get you into him saving this planet, okay? And caring for us humans, all right? Lois Lane, played by Amy Adams, you know, she was great in it. I didn't see a problem. She was a damsel in distress. Of course, it sparks up the love interest of Superman. You know, she really cares. She was the first connection, you know, the woman that he connected first in this planet, right? You see it in the movie. It's fantastic. He saves her, you know, and you know, builds up what's coming up next, because there will be more of this, trust me. Michael Shannon played General Zod. I would have wished he was more in the levels of the Joker and Bane. I mean, I was expecting more from that guy, but I mean, he was a strong villain. He was his rival in the movie, and he gave him a run for his money. That's what I wanted to see. And you know, this is what happens, and it shows you what happens in this movie when two Kryptonians engage in battle. You're not going to have the guy throw the guy through a window and it's going to shatter and it's going to come up and then they're going to start fighting in the street again. When you throw these two guys, they're probably worth in our Earth measured periodic tables or chart measures of weight and all that. When Kryptonians are like, they weigh like tons. When you throw these two guys, you know, at that speed, guess what? They're going to go through buildings and bridges, and there's going to be mass destruction. It was shown in this movie. You know, people are like, oh, no, it just looked kind of fake. I'm like, well, you know what? I don't know how more awesome you're going to make this look. That's what I wanted to see in this movie. And it was done beautifully. General Zod, yeah, I was expecting a little bit more acting, more like, you know, like Bane, you know, that you know, that tenacity, like the fear. I didn't feel a lot of fear from Zod. You know, it was just like, okay, you know, it's an epic fight at the end, yes, but I didn't feel the fear from him at all. I actually felt more connected to Angie Trev. She played Fiora, the other Kryptonian, the chick. Amazing fight scenes with her. I mean, unbelievable. The speed. These guys have a lot of speed. Superman is, you know, faster than the speeding bullet, right? Well, a bullet travels really fast. When these guys move, it's like instantaneous movement, like Goku, right? It's just a swift move, and she's there and she takes out all these guards, all these recon team from the United States Army. They're no match for her. It shows you we are no match for these people, and Superman is here to protect us from this. He's the only man. He's the barrier between these Kryptonians and us. He's the only one here to stand up for us. And this is they showed it in this movie. It was unbelievable. Russell Crowe, amazing job as Jor-El. I love everything about him in the movie. He's got such a strong presence, and I hope he comes back for the other movies and all, because Superman always goes and talks to him. He's portrayed now, after he dies, of course. He's portrayed as a holographic entity, like a storage, memory storage, for him to go reference all his background on Krypton and ask him for advices. So it's really cool how they did it in this movie. I loved it, and he played such a strong character. Okay, I mean, yes, there was not enough character development, and then I guess everybody's just like, oh yeah, there's not enough character development, this movie is completely crap, and they're giving it a rating. I hate Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not even gonna say that anymore. This movie, to me, is movie of 2013, hands down. This is the way you portray a superhero with this powers. This is how you show it on the big screen. I had a smile from ear to ear, gripping my seat the whole entire time. People are like, oh, it's just too much action. It's just too much. What would you want? Did you want a dull? People are never happy. The balance is never there. If too much action or less action, and you're gonna see some talking, and yeah, developing these characters. But I want to see what Superman does best, like in the animated series and all. Save the day with his incredible powers, using his heat vision. The only thing I didn't see him use was the breath. The super, blowing, like freezing, blowing stuff away with his breath. We didn't see that, but it doesn't matter. He used all this strength. The heat vision was incredible in that. It was so sick how they showed him coming out of when he first finds the ship, the recon ship that was sent eons ago, and he drilled that hole with his heat vision. It was sick. Unbelievable. Spectacular effects. The 3D worked perfect in the movie. I don't know. I strongly recommend you see this movie. Don't listen to any of the critics. Any of them. Alright? Any of the critics. This is a wonderful movie. It's a wonderful tale. And I think it is the best superhero movie made when you compare it to guys with superpowers. Okay? Like the Avengers, a lot of the guys have superpowers. Batman is different. Batman has no powers at all. He's just a man. But when it comes to guys with superpowers on the big screen, this is the best movie ever made when it comes into that classification. And I mean, maybe some people are not ready for this genre of movies, I saw a lot of reference from Japanese animes. A lot of people don't like Japanese animes. You know what? This is a new generation. And this is a movie adapted to the new generation. Maybe the older folks, some of these people are reviewing movies are not ready for this, and you actually should move on or be more open-minded to what the new generation wants to see. I read the comics. The comics are exaggerated. You see them carrying buildings. One guy made a comment about, yeah, these guys fight throwing cards at each other. It is ridiculous. I'm like, I don't know what to respond to that. Superman in comics throws cars, trains. Anyways, you get my point. Superman, the Man of Steel, gets a 10 out of 10 for me. It is the best movie of 2013, hands down. Nothing compares it. Nothing compares it. Iron Man 3, that to me is still the weakest movie of the summer. This will be hard to top off for me. Unbelievable, and I'm preparing to see the movie again tonight, and probably in the more coming days. I still want to see this more and more and enjoy the wonderful feeling I felt last night watching this movie. 10 out of 10 for me. Don't pay attention to the reviews. Go see this movie right now. You guys take it easy. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The soundtrack by Hans Zimmer has to be his best work yet. It is incredibly epic from start to finish. And people complaining about, oh, the John Williams soundtrack is not in it. It's completely out of your mind. It is unbelievable, the soundtrack. It goes perfect with the movie. It is incredible. I ordered it. I haven't got it yet from whatever I ordered. I think it's from Amazon. I haven't received it yet, but it should be coming soon. This is going to be a wonderful addition to my collection of movies. It is fantastic what Hans Zimmer has done with the soundtrack. It is by far one of the best soundtracks I ever heard.